Welcome back, my YouTube family. Oh wait, there we go. Welcome back, my YouTube family. What's going on, y'all? So today I'm bringing you guys some enlightenment. All right, so in today's video you guys already saw some of the parts, all right, or the parts installed on the truck. So today's video I'm going to be answering, and not even answering, just explaining and bringing some knowledge to people who aren't 100% familiar with suspension systems. Okay, more predominantly straight axle systems. I could talk about IFS, but there's no need to because I don't have a truck with IFS. Okay, so last video posted. Thank you guys all for checking it out. First things first, you guys know I love it when you guys check it out. I love the comments I get in the comment section in all my videos. Keep it up. I really appreciate it, and don't forget to be liking the videos to help the channel continue to grow and we can pull more people into the family. Okay, so once again, thank you guys all for the comments, everything. I try to respond to as many as I can. Sometimes it gets a little overwhelming, so I do read them all though. I read all the comments. Sometimes I just can't get to every single one because I'm still replying to comments from previous videos that new people are watching and they have a question on something. So I try to help everybody out as much as I can, but nonetheless, I'm still grateful for it, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and start explaining to you guys, you know, how to properly run a custom suspension system, okay? All right, now, so first thing, before I even go any further, I want to say is that keep in mind what's happening with my truck. Okay, my truck is a little different than everybody else's truck. Okay, yes, I could have easily went out and bought a BDS, you know, 10-inch BDS lift, 3,500, 4,000 bucks, but not everybody can do that, including myself. Okay, I can't just go out there and drop 4 G's on a 10-inch lift like that. So what do? I improvise. I'm smart about it. As long as you're smart about it and you understand your suspension and how a suspension works, you will not have an issue out of this, okay? So I just want to put that out there. Is this the way my truck setup is done? Is that the way you want to do every single truck? No, of course not. If you can go out there and get you a custom 10-inch McGoy's, custom BDS lift, FTS, whatever brand, go out there and get it. It's already prefab, everything's done. All you gotta do is install it. So why not go get it, okay? But if you're like me, you like doing stuff in the driveway, you like being different, you like trying to show a different perspective on things like this that might help somebody out there in the world trying to lift their truck but don't have all the money, there's nothing wrong with the way I'm going about it, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and start explaining to you guys. Okay, you guys, so first thing off the bat, straight axle, okay? So what does that mean? Straight axle is going to be exactly what it says. It's an axle that's straight. Okay, you have mainly two types of truck suspension. You got straight axle and independent front suspension. Like I said, I'm not gonna talk about independent front suspension. So first things up is a lot of you guys were commenting saying just take the front puck out. They were like, your truck's gonna ride like crap. Take it out. It's not needed. Just lower it. First things first, I'm not taking it out because it's my truck and I do what I want to do with my truck. Okay, I want it to sit at this height. This height right here is phenomenal. I love this height. I'm not taking the puck out. Okay, now. Next thing's going. Common, very, very common. Why do trucks ride bad when you put a spacer on top of your suspension? Okay, so let's say you got stock suspension and you're like, I want a little more lift in the front. Spacer, boom, truck rides like crap. Why though? Do you really understand why? Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you why, okay? Because you are pushing your entire frame up and your entire suspension up, but you are not factoring in control arms, track bar. You're not factoring your sway setup, okay? All that stuff is gonna be pushed and changed out of its comfort zone when you add extra height onto a stock suspension, okay? Now, what are automatic ways to alleviate that? Get yourself a track bar, drop bracket. You get yourself a track bar, drop bracket. What that's gonna do is that's gonna keep your track bar nice and happy, okay? So by doing that, you don't want a sharp angle in your track bar essentially. You kind of want it to go curved and run parallel. If you look at my drag link and my track bar, you see how parallel they are with each other? That's how that is good geometry right there. That is what you want, okay? Now a drop track bar bracket is not gonna just be that. The track bar itself, get you an adjustable track bar. So you can see my track bar is fully adjustable. Get over here so you can see that as well, okay? It goes in there, it's fully adjustable. I adjusted my track bar to my suspension, okay? I did not go the other way. I didn't adjust my suspension to the track bar, okay? Your track bar is going to adjust to your suspension setup that fits your truck and what you are running, okay? So a lot of you are saying, oh, you added a spacer, you're throwing everything off, it's gonna ride like crap. No, it's not, okay? Check me out. By adding the track, by having an adjustable track bar, when you lift your truck, that track bar bracket is gonna go up, right? Not a big deal. Just adjust it out some, and then you're good, okay? When you install a track bar, and I didn't show this in the video, but when you install a track bar, you don't install a track bar with the axle off the ground. You will have the axle on the ground, or the tires on, with the tires on the wheel, facing straight. And then what that is that is going to center your axle, okay? Your track bar is basically centering your axle from left to right, okay? So some people are like, oh, I put a leveling kit on my truck and it only rubs when I turn right, but when I turn left, it doesn't rub. That's because you need a track bar. The track bar is not good, okay? Get you an adjustable track bar. So that's the first thing I'm gonna talk about. Next thing, okay, well, what else needs to get adjusted or addressed? Sway links, okay? I have custom adjustable sway links. This sway bar setup is gonna sit essentially how a stock sway bar setup will be. Why? Because what happens is people lift their trucks and keep the same sway links, and what ends up happening is when they're swerving and they're turning and the truck's all over the place, it handles bumps a lot harsher. It's just not good. Get you adjustable sway links. You can go online, get you adjustable sway links for these trucks all day, okay? By the way, sway link setup, track bar, long arm kit is all from Randet Ironworks. I do have a promo code down below, 5% off. It's in the description, check it out. All right, so sway links are gonna be custom. So this sway bar is going to be adjusted and it's going to be set to the stock setup because that is when it's the most optimal, okay? Don't get mixed up saying, oh, well, you need to make your sway bar higher or some dumb shit because you're going higher. No, that's not how sway bar setups work, okay? Next thing, and this right here is probably the second biggest thing. Track bar is the number one thing. This right here is next. Control arms, okay? And I can talk about this because I had stock control arms on until this. By having custom long arm control arms, I can maintain my axle in the centered position in the truck and keep it happy, okay? Uh-oh, shock just fell. I can maintain it and keep it happy. What does that mean? So if you didn't know, your control arms are doing two things. It's keeping your axle centered in terms of forward to aft underneath your front of your truck. It's keeping it centered. And then on top of that, it's keeping the axle straight up, okay? It's keeping it, I guess you would say, perpendicular to the ground, which is what you want. You see my front drive shaft? You see how happy it looks right now? How it's not all binded up and stuff? That's because I did an index ring kit, okay? A lot of people don't know it, but you will get bad and harsh front drive shaft vibrations, and you will think it's coming from your setup and your axles and stuff, but not knowing it's actually coming from your front drive shaft because that angle is so harsh. That boot on your drive shaft is stretched out, and it's stretched out, it's at a harsh angle, and it's riding like a Flintstone mobile because you're inducing vibrations essentially on your front axle. And it's all gonna transfer up to the steering wheel. Trust me, it's all gonna transfer, okay? One thing you wanna do is by having long arms, custom long arms, you are keeping your axle happy. It's going to be in this happy center place, okay? You can't, these systems are very, very simple. You really cannot mess this up, okay? So what does that mean? So what I mean is, if this is my axle, right? Let's say my axle is nice and perpendicular to the ground, and this is my axle, and let's say I have a stock suspension and I put a leveling puck on it. What's essentially happening is you're lifting your truck up and it's going to pull your axle back, because in the stock locations, when you lift your truck, your bottom of your axle pulls back, the front axle tilts forward a little bit, okay? It's pretty much sucking, the axle's pretty much sucking itself under. So now your axle geometry is not even correct. So it's going to ride like junk. But by having custom long arms or adjustable control arms, when you lift the axle, instead of it wanting to pull back like this, you can keep it perpendicular with the ground. You would just adjust your long arms as required to keep that axle nice and happy, okay? A lot of people don't understand that, all right? So I'm trying to bring some light on this stuff. By doing these things, you're gonna be maintaining proper centered geometry on your truck, okay? Another thing, all right, shocks. So as you guys know, this lift is a 8-inch lift with a 2.5-inch spacer on the top. So I'm essentially at 10.5 inches, right? Okay, well, do you have a 10.5-inch spacer, or not spacer, a 10.5-inch shock? No, I don't. I have an 8-inch shock. I have an 8-inch BDS or Fox 2.0 reservoir shock, not reservoir, but just shocks. I have Fox shocks, 4 of them for all 4 corners. I have Bilstein dual steering stabilizers, 5100s for the front for the steering stabilizer setup, okay? So, okay, well, you're at 10.5 inches, shocks are only good for 8 inches. What, you're gonna be stressing, you're gonna be maxing out your rod in? No, okay? Go get yourself some shock extenders, all right? Super cheap, like 30 bucks. I got these off eBay, aluminum ones, very solid, high quality, okay? What they're gonna do is they're gonna essentially go down in the original shock location where the shock connects to. You put it in there, and then you connect the shock up here. That's gonna extend your shock. So what that does is, now because my shocks are 8-inch shocks and I put a 10.5-inch lift on, I'm probably missing out on about 2.5 inches, right? Well, this is a 2-inch spacer. So this is essentially going to put that shock in that happy 8-inch median where it's gonna be happy at, and it's gonna be able to perform at its most optimal, performance, the way it was designed from the factory, okay? Those are just some things in the front end. Now we come to the back, okay? And a lot of people were saying this stuff. All right, first things first, I am doing a add-a leaf. I went and picked up a Carly add-a leaf from a person who had it for sale in my local city. So I will be doing an add-a leaf. The Carly add-a leaf is going to remove that bottom leaf, and it's gonna replace it with a 5-leaf pack. By removing that pack, you're probably taking off about a 3/4 of an inch, or maybe even an inch. And then when you take that off, you add the pack, it's gonna add about 2 inches. So essentially I'm lifting the back about an inch-ish. It depends on every setup because some leaf packs are more worn than others. Now you guys, I do understand where you were coming from in terms of your leaf packs. The back's gonna ride like a Flintstone truck, and I understand where you're coming from. I'm 100% tracking, okay? Because what happened is, or what's going on essentially is, your leaf pack from stock is made to have a bow in it. That bow, 1, is gonna be for payload, and 2, is gonna be for ride quality, okay? The more flat your leaf pack is, the harsher the back ride is going to be, and then also, you are taking away from your payload, meaning how much you can tow and how much you can put in the back. You guys know me, I don't tow no crazy 20,000 pound loads. I tow my 500 pound John boat, and and that's it really. I do put stuff in here, like if I'm doing work and whatnot, but I'm fine with it, okay? Because once again, it's my truck, so I'm fine with doing what I'm doing to the truck, you know what I'm saying? With the Carly add-a leaf, and then with the Fox shocks in the back. But anyways, you guys get what I'm saying, right? Those are just some things you gotta keep in mind and kind of understand when it comes to these suspension systems. They're not very complicated at all. You guys, a lot of you, not a lot, some of y'all were saying just take out the 2.5-inch spacer, it's not needed, yada, yada, yada. It's all good. I understand where you're coming from 100%, not a big deal. But at the same time, this is my build and this is how I want to do it. Now, another thing too that I want to mention, and a lot of you guys, a lot of my new subscribers don't know this because, well, you're new, and I welcome you guys, and I'm grateful for you guys. But this channel, and all my OG subscribers can attest to my comment right now, this channel was made for your do-it-yourselfers, the people that want to do this type of work in their driveways, that don't have money to go to a shop, get it professionally installed, pay all sorts of money. This channel is for those people, okay? I take pride in building my truck in my driveway, not by myself, with the help of my friends. I take pride in that. Why? Because a lot of people will just fall in and take it to a shop, okay? I'm not gonna do that. And I'm gonna show you guys my experience, because I guarantee you there's at least one person out there in this audience that is probably thinking the same idea with me, where they're like, hey, I can get me an 8-inch lift off Marketplace for like 300 bucks because somebody is selling it. I get an 8-inch lift, but I want 10. How can I go about it? I can guarantee you there's at least one person out there that thought that. And that's what this video is for. You can do it. You just have to be smart about it, okay? So keep that in mind, before people jump the gun and stuff, okay? Just because you add a spacer to your truck does not mean it's going to ride like crap. You have to understand your geometry, you have to understand your suspension, and what makes your suspension work the way it does, okay? Now, if I had my drive shaft stretched out, if I had I'm trying to use stock control arms and my stock sway bar, if you know what I'm saying, like if all that stuff was there, yeah, it's going to ride like crap. It's gonna ride like a tank from like the 1940s, you know what I'm saying? But it's not, because I did it right, okay? So keep that stuff in mind, you guys. I just wanted to bring some enlightenment. This by no means is this a you suck, you're dumb video. No, that's not what it is. I'm just bringing enlightenment. Some people might get offended. I don't care, whatever. But I'm bringing enlightenment, showing you guys the other side of the railroad, okay? Because trust me, the same amount of people that were commenting saying take the spacer out, do that, do this, I had, if not equal, if not more, people asking me, and they were picking my brain and asking how can I do that safely. And I told them, and I helped them out, because they want to do it. And you can definitely do it. And it's not hard to do it on these trucks, you know what I'm saying? So that's just my 2 cents, you guys. So something else I wanted to tell you guys about, really, okay? Another thing, be safe, be smart, okay? Do not put a lift kit this size on your truck with worn out tie rods, worn out ball joints, you know what I'm saying? A beat up steering box, okay? Take your time and do it right the first time, because one, you're gonna save time and money, and you're gonna love it, okay? As you guys know, we did the redhead steering box, which might be kind of hard to see. Oh no, you see it. We did the redhead steering box. We did brand new 410 style move steering. Okay, new ball joints, XRF ball joints. Everything's nice and fresh. This whole front end is brand new, essentially. It's gonna be good, okay? It's gonna be really good. All right, another thing too, I've been getting asked a ton. People have been asking me, hey man, how's your truck been driving? How's it been riding? I have not been driving this truck. I have not drove this truck since I started installing the lift kit. Why? I don't even have shocks installed, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you're watching this part, but people are, but I haven't drove it. I have not drove it yet, okay? So you might fire back and say, well, you haven't drove your truck, so how can you talk about all this stuff? Because I know, trust me, I know. I do research, all right? A very common thing, and you can call me a dick, I don't care, whatever. A very common thing people do is they don't do the research they need to do before doing jobs on their trucks, okay? And that's everybody. And when I say research, I don't mean asking other people. I mean going online and researching. Get on the forums, get on YouTube, get on informative websites where you can do research, making informed decisions, understand what works and how it works before getting into jobs, okay? That is the best thing you can do. Knowledge is power, and that is a fact, okay? I know it's gonna work, all right? I did it before, I'm gonna do it again. It'll be all right, okay? Make sure you stay tuned for this video. This is gonna be a good one, coming soon. So in some other news, you guys, I just wanted to show you the Carly Adderleaf. So this is it. So like I said, that bottom spring that was on the leaf pack is going to get removed, and this whole setup will get replaced with that, okay? It has the 2 dowel pins. The reason why it's not installed yet is because I had to call Carly and order these 2 dowel pins in the middle, because they're longer than the stock ones. So I got that coming in. Hopefully that'll be in by Monday, Tuesday-ish, and then we can go ahead and get these bad Larrys installed. I took apart all the pieces and plates, got them painted up, just to get them cleaned up, because they were a little nasty looking. Nothing bad though. Got a good deal on these though. Brand new. I believe these are like $400. I think I paid $175. Yeah, $175 for these marketplace. Okay. Once again, going back to hustling. Okay. Not everybody has money to go out there and buy brand new stuff. There's nothing wrong with getting used parts that are in good quality. I'm telling you guys. It's a stigma, egotism type of thing where people think they need new parts all the time. You don't for certain things, okay? Certain things you do want to run new, but some things you don't need new parts for. You just have to be smart. You know, why would I go pay $400 for these when these are perfectly good condition, $175, you know what I'm saying? Last thing I'm gonna mention is the rear end track bar setup. I do have track bars. I know some of you probably haven't seen them since the video. If you didn't see the video when I got the track bars installed, go check it out. It was the same time I got the lower control arms welded on. Check that video out so that way you get caught up. We have track bars in, just haven't put them on yet just because I just haven't. So other than that, you guys, I just wanted to bring you some video, bring you some content. You know, maybe I can help somebody out there with some knowledge and understanding of their setup, okay? There's nothing wrong with running spacers on your truck, like I said, but know how to do it right, okay? If you're gonna lift your truck, you need to understand that things are gonna get pulled back and it's gonna get changed up a little bit, okay? Biggest thing, control arms and track bar. Those are the two biggest things that need to get addressed whenever you decide to add height to your truck. And let's say it's not a traditional lift kit, okay? So keep that in mind. You want to keep everything in a stock geometrical place as possible. That way your truck rides good, it looks good, and you're not swerving and flopping all over the road, you know what I'm saying? So until next time, you guys, thank you for checking out the video. Be on the lookout for that install in the back with the business console. It was good stuff. But until then, you guys take it easy, be safe, peace out, and I'll see y'all next time.